Hello again. Please join me in welcoming Mayor Pro Tem Julie Roach to the stage.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. I'm Julie Roach, Mayor Pro Tem of Hayward, and it is my privilege, along with my council colleagues, they're up here somewhere, to introduce the Mayor of Hayward, Mark Salinas, while he gives the annual State of the City address. When the mayor asked me to introduce him this evening, I wondered what I might offer from my 2.5 years on council to his 12 years. He is a true public servant. But while I wasn't there for his early years, I have been there with front row seat for his role as mayor. Serving alongside him on the Public Safety Committee, the Council Appointed Officers Committee, and various city matters, we've really collaborated, and it's been a privilege. The mayor has fostered an environment of cooperation, emphasizing what we can accomplish together rather than focusing on our differences. As mayor, he has championed initiatives in public safety, housing, economic development, education, and working on regional matters where we all share the same problems. The mayor understands that city government cannot succeed alone, and that lasting change is driven by a collective effort by the entire community. I hope you will see this evening how much we can accomplish when we work together. And with that, please join me in welcoming our mayor, Mark Salinas. Thank you.
A lot of water. Well, good evening. Good evening. This is a school, right? This is a school. Last year, we were at State East Bay. This year, we're here, and wait, hold on. Let me start from the very. Apparently, I was hitting the clicker back there. Last year, we were at Cal State East Bay. This year, we're here at the Hayward Unified School District Performing Arts Center. We chose to be here because we also wanted to showcase one of Hayward's greatest assets, which is this new Performing Arts Center. So let's give the school district a big round of applause for this wonderful facility. Wanted to thank Mayor Pro Tem Roach for her introduction. I did not write that, so I appreciate it. Thank you for your kind words. Standing here is kind of interesting for a couple of reasons. One, if you don't know, Councilmember Bonilla and I were born in this neighborhood. And we were born about a half a mile away on the other side of Calaroga at St. Rose Hospital. So let's give a big round of applause for St. Rose Hospital, But interestingly enough, there's another council member who was born even closer, and that's Councilmember Syrup, who was born just on the other side of Loyola Street at Kaiser. So let's give Syrup and Kaiser a big round of applause. And for those who did know her, some of you did know her, Mount Eden is a special place because my sister Roxana graduated from Mount Eden. So where's Dr. Walton? Go Monarchs. We have Monarchs in our family. Class of 84. She was class of 84. So standing here is pretty special. In fact, for a large part of my life, we grew up, we lived right across the street over here at Beechwood, 2432 Cobblestone Drive. And so this neighborhood is very special to me. Right off the top, I want to thank the Hayward Unified School District. I want to thank the school board. I want to thank Acting Superintendent Chenwu Fernandez and Dr. Walton for hosting us today. So let's give the school district a big round of applause for hosting us. wanted to start off also by acknowledging some of the elected officials that are here. Some of the state level officials are not here, but they did send representatives. But first, of course, what they teach us in mayor school, the very first day in mayor school, is always acknowledge your wife. So Letty Salinas, I just wanted to acknowledge Letty. We don't work in a vacuum. We work with a lot of partners, and I wanted to acknowledge, of course, Congressman Eric Swalwell, and I know his office is here, so let's give it up for Congressman Swalwell. State Senator Aisha Wahab, I know her office is here. I don't know if Barbara Ledesma Reinhold is here. Is Barbara here, or is there another person? Anyways, Barbara, there she is. Oh, okay, there's another one of Senator Wahab's staffer. Of course, Assembly Member Ortega, she texted me this afternoon, said she wasn't able to be here, but she did send a rep. I don't know where her rep is, if she's here yet, but welcome, thank you. Alameda County Sheriff, Yesenia Sanchez is here. Where's the sheriff at? Sheriff Sanchez is here. There she is. Thank you. Alameda County Supervisor Elisa Marquez. I wanted to thank former council member, but Supervisor Marquez for being here. Yes, absolutely. Also, newly appointed Alameda County, bless you, newly appointed Alameda County District Attorney Ursula Jones is here. Madam District Attorney, welcome. Welcome to Hayward. I'm sure you've been here before, but welcome to Hayward and congratulations. The county is in good hands, and so I wanted to thank you for that. Alameda County Assessor Fong Law, he's not here, but is Emilia here? Representative Ordaz, Salto, thank you for being here. BART directors, where are the BART directors at? We got BART, Dr. Rayburn is here. We have, Liz Ames is here, thank you. And Director Hernandez, she said she was going to be here, but if she doesn't show up, I have it on video that she was supposed to be here. No, AC Transit Director, one of a newly elected AC Transit Director, Curtis Silva from Ward 6. Director Silva, thank you. Of course, our school boards, President Peter Buffette, I think Peter's around here, Vice President Sarah Parada, Clerk Austin Bruckner, President Member Dr. Okenda, she's on a plane, she's on her, I think she might be on her way, but also Member Ken Rowden. I don't know Ken, I know Ken is a long time Mount Eden beloved faculty member. Hard, where's Hard at? I know we have some Hard members, there you go. We have Director Andrade, Director Hatcher, Director Hodges, Director Rosen, and Director Lamnon. Thank you for being here. Eden Health District, is our Eden Health District here? No? Oh, there we go. Well, Director Sabrina Aranda, of course, newly elected, thank you. Of course, Chabot, Las Positas Community College District Trustee Hector Garcia. Where's Hector at? I just saw Hector over there. There he is, right there. Dr. Jin, is Dr. Jin here? Dr. Jin, oh, right there. Dr. Jin, welcome. Of course, we do work with a lot of administrative partners. These are all of our institutional leaders in the city of Hayward. President Sandine, she is not able to be here, but that is okay because she is, they're in the process of hiring a provost, and right now she's at dinner in a Hayward restaurant having dinner with a potential provost. So no, I'm kidding. BART Director Melissa Hernandez, right here. But President Sandine, let's give a big round of applause for President Sandine. She's been a magnificent partner with us. The Chancellor of the Chabot College, Las Positas Community College District, Ron Gerhardt is here, welcome. Dr. Cooks, president of Chabot College. I just saw Dr. Cooks. Where's he at? Oh, there he is, Dr. Cooks. Thank you. Of course, acting superintendent from Hayward Unified, Chen Wu Fernandez. There she is over there. A chief executive officer of 4Cs of Alameda County. I thought I saw there, Renee, right back there. For those, many of you know about 4Cs, but 4Cs, those are the little guys, 0 to 10. I think, I don't think I'm letting the cat out of the bag, but Renee Hertzfeld is retiring in June, and she is concluding a very long career, 40 plus years in early childhood education. So let's give it up for Renee Hertzfeld. General Manager of HARD, Jim Wheeler. I don't know, Jim, I didn't see Jim. There's Jim back there. Thank you. And then, of course, the President and CEO of Hayward Chamber of Commerce, Lucy Lopez. I just saw Lucy right here in the front. Thank you. Also, wanted to acknowledge the City of Hayward executive and departmental leadership team. City Manager, of course, Dr. Ana Alvarez. City Attorney, Michael Lawson. City Clerk, Miriam Linz, I just saw. We can keep clapping, Assistant City Manager, Dustin Clausen, right here. Assistant City Manager, Regina Youngblood. Chief of Police, he is not in the room. He is watching us. He's huddled up in a hotel room somewhere in Washington, D.C., but Captain Deplich is here. Captain Deplich, thank you for being here. Fire Chief Eric Vollmer is sitting right there. And of course, got the Hayward firefighters are back there by the entrance. And I did see a Hayward police officer standing over here, off the wing over here. Public Works Director Alex Amiri is also here. Director of Development Services, Sarah Bowser, I saw, there she is. Director of Information and Technology, Adam Kostrazak is here. Director of Maintenance and Maintenance Services, Todd Rollman is sitting over there. And Director of Human Resources, Brittany Fry is over there. And then, of course, the Interim Director of Finance, Sharif Etman, Mr. Etman, thank you. Mr. Etman has been now with the city, I think, 48 hours or maybe a little bit longer, but welcome. So why are we here tonight? And what are we doing here? Every year, the mayor of Hayward delivers the State of the City address, and this is a pretty important evening because it's here where we can reflect on our progress and look ahead into the future. Tonight, I have the privilege of sharing a report on our priorities, but more than that, this is an opportunity to report on our challenges and explore the best paths forward, ensuring Hayward continues to achieve its goals and serve our neighborhoods with excellence. It is with deep respect for my predecessors, and one of my predecessors is here, Mayor Michael Sweeney up there. Let's give Mayor Sweeney a big round of applause. And I didn't see Mayor Halliday. Is Mayor Halliday? No. So Mayor Sweeney. It is with deep respect for my predecessors who have stood here before me that I am proud to report that the state of the city is strong and is thriving, right? We are strong and we are thriving. Do challenges exist? Absolutely, they do. But I have full confidence that we have the right people, the right vision, and the determination to tackle any problem and solutions together to move the city forward. I want to first start off by talking about leadership. 2 years and 2 months and 26 days ago today, I had the honor of being sworn in as the mayor of Hayward. That evening was a special evening for many reasons, but one of the most exciting aspects was knowing that I would be serving with an incredible team, or I would be serving alongside an incredible team on the city council. The city of Hayward can take pride in the 6 dedicated council members who show up every day to make decisions that shape our neighborhoods, support our children, and strengthen families. What I appreciate about this city council is together we are intentional about creating the environments necessary for neighborhoods to thrive, and as you will see in a moment, for our economy to grow and positively impact families. Here are my city council members. Here are my colleagues. Mayor Pro Tem Julie Roach. Mayor Pro Tem Roach. Let's give her a big round of applause. Mayor Pro Tem Roach brings the sharp analytical skills of an attorney, and as Mayor Pro Tem, she has been a sound thought partner to me and the city manager. We all benefit from her creativity and her commitment to Hayward's priorities. Councilmember Andrews. Where's Councilmember Andrews? There she is. Councilmember Andrews first earned the trust of Hayward voters in 2020, and last year they reaffirmed that trust by re-electing her to another term. So congratulations, Councilmember. Councilmember Ray Bonilla Jr. Right there. There you go. Councilmember Bonilla was appointed in 2023, and last year, Hayward voters overwhelmingly elected him to a full 4-year term, recognizing his dedication to our city. Councilmember, congratulations. Councilmember Dan Goldstein. There he is. Councilmember Goldstein was appointed in 2022, and last year, Hayward voters made the right decision by electing him to continue his service with a full term. So, Councilmember, congratulations. Councilmember George Syrup, right there. Councilmember Syrup has been an insightful voice on the City Council since his election in 2022. His perspective on both problems and solutions strengthens our work every day. Sir, thank you very much. And the most senior member on the City Council is Councilmember Francisco Zermeño. There. Councilmember Zermeño provides invaluable historical knowledge and ensures that we remain true to our promises to the people of the city of Hayward. And in fact, today, he was in front of City Hall celebrating the 149th birthday of the city of Hayward. So let's give a big round of applause for Hayward, right? I take this time to introduce the City Council in detail because I believe Hayward deserves, and I've said this before, I believe Hayward deserves the best, and we should never settle for anything less. And with this City Council, we truly have the best local policymakers for Hayward. The City Council and the City Manager are focused on our priorities, and I can say with great confidence that everyone in the city of Hayward takes this work very seriously. Every day we show up committed to delivering the best service possible and tackling the challenges that are before us. I want to take this moment to acknowledge the dedicated workforce that keeps our city forward. Hayward is home to approximately 1,000 hardworking city employees, and regardless of job title, every single person puts in the work. This is why the council makes the investment we do in our workforce. It is because of their dedication that I can stand here before you and say the state of our city is good and it is strong. Everybody works hard, we do our jobs, and because of that, I am very proud of the work we do here in the city of Hayward. 61 days ago, Dr. Alvarez started her tenure as Hayward's city manager. On behalf of the City Council, I wanted to say thank you to the executive team for welcoming Dr. Alvarez and supporting her transition into the city. Dr. Alvarez has been adjusting quite well, and amongst her many responsibilities, she has prioritized to personally meet with Hayward groups that make up the fabric of our city. If you haven't met her yet, I encourage you, feel free to introduce yourself at the end of tonight. and say hello to her. She really is a wonderful addition to the city. We've made 2 other significant leadership appointments last year. In January, we appointed Brian Matthews as our chief of police, and we appointed, in May, we appointed Eric Vollmer as our interim fire chief. So let's give a big round of applause for our 2 new chiefs. You know, although they are relatively newly appointed administrative leaders, they both have very, very long-standing careers in Hayward. In total, right? In total, between the both of them, they have collected nearly 60 years of experience in professional public safety and emergency services. 60 years. We couldn't have a more competent team of people keeping this city safe every single day. Chief Vollmer and Chief Matthews, thank you very much. And let's give them another round of applause. I do have some good news on the labor front. Last year, the city of Hayward successfully negotiated and reached agreements with all 14 of our labor partners. I want to extend my sincere appreciation to city managers Dustin Clausen and Regina Youngblood and HR Director Fry, and each of the 14 representatives from our labor partners who played a crucial role in this process. The council recognized that labor negotiations are very complex and demanding. Please know that we deeply appreciate everyone's efforts to assure our city employees are fairly compensated while also honoring the professional service you provide to Hayward neighborhoods. Your hard work does not go unnoticed, and we thank you for your dedication to this city. Absolutely, let's give the employees. And a lot of folks don't know this, but in departments like Public Works and in PD, and I think even fire, we have employees who are generational employees, where we have not just 1 or 2, but we have 3 generations of families serving here in the city of Hayward. And that's good. According to the 2020 census, 162,954 people live in the city of Hayward. In 2024, 82,817 individuals were registered to vote, meaning approximately 51% of our population is actively participating in the future of the city. With leadership comes trust and responsibilities, especially when it comes to making sure public funds are managed and spent responsibly as promised. In November last year, 83% yes vote. In November last year, with an 83% yes vote, Hayward voters said they wanted us to continue investing and building for the future of this city. I want to take this opportunity to formally acknowledge and thank Mayor Pro Tem Julie Roach for your outstanding leadership on Measure K1. She was pivotal in bringing together council members Syrup and myself, the Hayward Firefighters Local 1909, the Hayward Police Officers Association, our labor partners, and dozens of K1 volunteers to make K1 successful. Mayor Pro Tem, let's give Mayor Pro Tem a big round of applause. K1 would not have happened without Mayor Pro Tem Roach at the helm. I want to take this opportunity, nope, I already said that. K1 is truly a significant step forward for Hayward. It really is. I believe K1 represents today's investment in tomorrow's promise. It will generate an estimated $35 million annually through 2054, which will allow us to reinvest in the city's infrastructure and services in years to come. With this funding, we will refurbish the last 3 fire stations, plan fund and build a new public safety facility and help pay for the stack. This is a new youth center in South Hayward, right? A brand new youth center in South Hayward. K1 will also enable us to continue our aggressive work in cleaning and street maintenance. It will help us pay for the HART unit, and it will help us pay for new dispatchers in the new facility, in the new public safety facility. On behalf of the City Council and all of the employees of the City of Hayward, I want to say thank you to each and every voter who placed their trust in us. Your support is not only a reflection of our belief in our work, but also an investment in the future of this city, one that our children will continue to build and shape. And I made a promise to Greer that Greer is going to have every possible amenity when she is grown up and she graduates from high school. So let's give it up for Greer. Economic development. Economic development. Before I talk about economic development, I want to give a big round of applause to the Economic Development Department. Where's Paul at? There's Paul right there. Chief Economic Development Officer Paul Nguyen and his team, Dr. Amber Green, Daniel Mao, Javier Castro, and Catherine Ralston. I want to acknowledge the Council's Economic Development Committee members, Council members Andrews and Council member Bonilla. The Economic Development Department team was incredibly busy last year, and you'll see in a moment. In 2022 and 2023, when everything was opening up again, the council prioritized reopening business, opening new businesses, and we wanted to advance the Education City scope by partnering with the Hayward Promise neighborhoods, Eden ROP, Chabot College, Cal State, and Hayward companies. This is why we applied $2 million of our American Rescue Plan Act, or ARPA money, allocation specifically to economic development. ARPA funding, it ended in December, and while we hated to see the funds end, the economic development team have built some really good program models that support businesses and drive economic growth in the city of Hayward. Since I have been on the council, the business community has had two central concerns. One, filling empty buildings, and two, making it easier for businesses to expand and open easily or more easily. We are making strides in this area. The economic development team continues to work closely with property owners and entrepreneurs to help them build out their buildings and or fill them with thriving businesses. Each building presents unique challenges and, of course, opportunities. But last year, the economic development team and development services team came together and launched a program to make it easier to build and to open in Hayward. This collaborative effort is focused on two goals: streamlining the entitlement and permitting process for desirable businesses across the city's commercial and mixed-use zoning districts, and two, filling vacant buildings. This approach leverages proven best practices, continuous analysis of codes and their application, proactive outreach and feedback from businesses, and ongoing assessments of commercial properties and their needs. So what does this mean for Hayward businesses? It means a couple of things. One, means that we're listening, and two, means that we're taking action. We recognize the need to simplify and accelerate the process for building, expanding, and opening businesses, and we're working hard every single day to make that happen. Over the past 2 years, well, first of all, let's give Paul and Sarah Bowser a big round of applause for really putting a lot of work in that. Over the past 2 years, we've put ARPA funds to great use in economic development, and we've seen wonderful opportunities come out of our investments, thus making a real impact in Hayward businesses. Last year, Paul Nguyen and his team launched an initiative called Together for Hayward. This was a suite of programs that had specific goals to generate consumer excitement and simultaneously generate revenue for local businesses. Paul and his team helped local restaurants and retailers by connecting them with video production and social media campaigns. As a result, these businesses gained exposure on social media platforms that they may not have had access otherwise. They also provided grants to support the launch of new business ideas and enhance digital marketing efforts. Restaurants used the funding to make needed upgrades, hire more Hayward residents, and modernize their point-of-sale systems. These improvements enabled them to operate more effectively and more efficiently, and ultimately expand their business. One of the most impactful programs that came out of the Economic Development Department was the Learn to Earn Hire Hayward initiative. This is a tuition assistance program designed to connect local talent, which is Hayward College students, with local opportunity. By partnering with the Hayward Promise Neighborhood, Eden Area ROP, Chabot College, where's Dr. Cooks right there, and Cal State East Bay, we built a powerful pipeline from education to employment. Through this initiative, 300 Hayward students were recruited whose majors aligned directly with industrial Hayward company needs. We covered their tuition and their fees. We hosted job fairs where employers hired them right on the spot and ensured a direct, seamless pathway from classroom to careers right here in Hayward. All of the careers were right here in Hayward. This program didn't just prepare students for jobs, it ensured they could continue to build their futures here at home. The results speak for themselves. 20 Hayward residents secured high-paying technical positions at an average of $30 an hour plus benefits. That equals roughly over $1.2 million in new salaries circulating in our local economy. Every single participant was a Hayward resident and a student of color, reinforcing our commitment to equity, inclusion, and economic empowerment. And I know that some of those students are here. Where are some of those programs? Are some of the students here from there? Stand up. I mean, are they here? No? Where are you at? There you are, up there. There you go. There you go. Right there. Thank you. Thank you. And congratulations, right? Congratulations. This success would not have been possible. It would not have happened without the incredible partnership of Casa Sanchez, Vive, Pentagon, Plasticon, and Thermex. Their willingness to embrace innovation and invest in local talent is helping shape the future of Hayward's workforce. This is exactly what I've been talking about. This is Education City in practice. And I want to thank our economic development team for and the participating companies for believing in this vision and making Education City a reality. I want to take a moment to express my gratitude and highlight the incredible momentum that we're actually building here in Hayward. Last year, our economic development team, they were on fire. The economic development team, in collaboration with major investors, successfully opened 13 new businesses. There were more, but I'm gonna highlight 13 here. These include, and I'm sure many of you have seen them, these include the Gurkha Kitchen in downtown Hayward on B Street, East Bay Eats on B Street, El Pollo Loco, another one over on Whipple, Cow Hom in downtown Hayward on Foothill, T Via, Vive, Raising Cane's, Splendid, Sprouts, In-N-Out, Ross, the Old City, Home Goods, and Paris Baguette. Each of the, let's give all these businesses a big round of applause. Yeah, absolutely. Last year, if you remember up at Cal State, I was talking about how In-N-Out was going to be here. This year, I'm saying that it's here. And I did have a double-double for lunch, by the way. Just saying. Just saying. Each of these businesses represents jobs, investment, and a stronger local economy. This is really good news for Hayward and everybody who comes. This is really good news for Hayward, and this is really good news for everyone who comes to Hayward and to hang out. I do have a fun announcement for families, not only who live in Hayward, but families who don't live in Hayward that can make Hayward their destination for their next family outing. Urban Air Adventures is coming to Hayward. Urban Air Adventures. How many of you have heard of Urban Air Adventures? No? So Urban Air Adventures is a 40,000 square foot facility. It is a 40,000 square foot indoor family amusement park. I mean, they have, they got trampolines, they got zip line, they have, what else they have, Paul? Laser tag, rock wall, rock climbing, all of that. All of that. And so this is exciting news for the city, primarily because not only is it 40,000 square feet of fun, Director Hernandez, but this fills a building that has been empty for 5 years. 5 years this building has been empty. And so Paul, we had to promote him to chief because he just works like a chief. I don't know. He's the chief economic development. I want to highlight one other. Expansion that really exemplifies Hayward's economic potential, and that is California Pet Pharmacy. This Hayward-based company has already established itself as a multi-million-dollar leader in the pet pharmaceutical industry. Last year, they expanded into the human pharmaceutical sector with their new company called Arlo RX. This is a significant development, not just for their business, but for Hayward's growing role as a hub for innovation and entrepreneurialism. So what makes Arlo RX particularly relevant to our economic development story here? Well, it's their local roots. Its founders, Dr. Jay Lally and Jim Lally, grew up in Hayward, homegrown. They attended Harder Elementary School, Harder Elementary School, Bret Hart Middle School, and they both graduated from Hayward High School. Go Farmers. Go Farmers. After earning their degrees, Dr. J in veterinary medicine and Jim from Cal State East Bay, Jim has a business degree, they chose to invest in Hayward, build their business in Hayward, and expand their operations here in Hayward. And ultimately, they continued to raise their families here in the city. Their journey is a testament to the economic opportunities Hayward offers, from 2 local students with big dreams to industry leaders making a national impact. The Lollies exemplify the success that can be built right here at home. Hayward is a city where entrepreneurs can start, grow, and thrive. Hayward is a city where entrepreneurs, I'll say it again, can start, grow, and thrive. I'm here today to tell everyone here that the council remains committed to fostering an environment where more success stories like this can happen. And that's what we are trying to build on the economic development front. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Jay Lally and his brother Jim. Where's Dr. J at? Is Dr. J here? Where's Dr. J? Where's Dr. J at? Oh, there you are, right there. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. You just don't want to. No, I'm not going to say that. Housing and homelessness. Housing is one of the most important and complex issues the City Council works on. And it's something that we're tackling with a long-term vision. And the vision simply is we want to provide homes for all income levels in Hayward. I want to take a moment to acknowledge and thank Council members Goldstein and Syrup for their work and their collaboration with me on the Housing Policy and Resource Committee. Together with Deputy Director Christina Morales, I see Christina Morales over there, and her team, we're committed to creating housing solutions for everybody in our community. Back in 2016, the City Council laid a strong foundation by establishing a housing policy built on 3 key pillars: protecting tenants, producing homes for all income levels, and supporting landlords in maintaining quality standards for older properties, ensuring they remain viable housing options. I'm pleased to share that for those who rent, we have strong policies in place. Landlords of older apartment buildings cannot raise rents more than 5% annually, and we actively monitor compliance to safeguards. Additionally, as funding becomes available, we're committed to growing programs like our shallow subsidy programs to help families stay in their homes. An essential part of our solution is building more housing for all income levels. One place where this progress is most visible is along the Mission Boulevard corridor. Here, we have a variety of housing developments, including 100% affordable housing developments, 100% senior housing developments, and mixed-use projects that blend homes, retail, and amenities. In 2024 alone, Hayward opened 150 new below-market homes across 5 developments. Pimentel Place at 2nd and C Street opened 57 new units for families for different sizes, and the development on Depot Road added 125 micro units, providing crucial support to individuals transitioning to stable, sober lives. I am proud to say that Hayward is stepping up to address the housing needs of our community. The City Council understands that new developments, regardless of who they serve, can impact existing neighborhoods. We know that they impact existing neighborhoods. As mayor, I ask for a couple of things from everybody. I ask for your patience, and I ask for your grace as we build housing that aligns with our population growth and prepares us for the future. Together, we truly are creating more inclusive, and we're creating a more inclusive and sustainable city for all. Arguably, one of the most visible challenges in our city is the number of unhoused individuals throughout our city. Let me begin, before I really start talking about this, let me begin by saying this. The City Council, the City Manager, the executive team, and everybody working on this issue, we see it too. We see it, and we acknowledge it, and we know, like other cities up and down the East Bay, we know it is an issue that we need to respond to. The men and women we encounter each day, they have names, they have families, and just like us, have lived experiences that are complex and deeply, deeply personal. As we work towards solutions, we remain mindful of the humanity really at the heart of this issue. Last year, I shared updates on the progress of the Navigation Center. I am pleased to report that the Bay Area Community Services, BACS, continues to welcome individuals and connect them with critical services. Since its opening in 2019, BACS has helped 320 individuals transition into permanent housing, right? This is an impressive 60% of all those who enroll are in permanent housing today. That is pretty significant. Additionally, the St. Regis project remains on track. While city staff and partners are considering a new name, I am confident that BAX will meet its construction goals this year. As mentioned last year, this center will provide housing for over 400 individuals, along with comprehensive support services to help more people transition into stable, healthy lives. In the meantime, I do have a request for everyone. I do ask of this of everyone. Please extend a little patience and grace to all of us who are working on this issue. We are striving to expand housing and medical services while also maintaining our neighborhood parks, our neighborhoods, and public spaces for everyone's enjoyment. This is a delicate balance, but our commitment remains strong, investing in solutions for housing for the unhoused while ensuring our streets and sidewalks and parks remain safe, clean, and accessible for all. We can do both. We can do both. Respond to the unhoused and make sure our public spaces are clean and safe. But we need your support and we need your empathy while we do this work. So thank you. And by the way, I do want to acknowledge this particular individual, Dr. Cole Bloom, Amy Cole Bloom, who is our community services manager. She is doing an outstanding job on this, in this work. And so, you know, as much as I'm asking for patience and grace, I am promising Dr. Cole Bloom patience and grace from all of us. So preparedness and responsiveness. We all saw devastating images and footage from the Los Angeles wildfires. In total, approximately 40,000 acres burned, and tragically, 29 lives were lost. I want to acknowledge and recognize Chief Vollmer, Deputy Chief Hamrin, and especially the Hayward firefighters who were deployed to support the Los Angeles Fire Department, along with the overwhelming aid that came across the state of California, Canada, and Mexico. Their deployments lasted anywhere from 14 days to 23 days. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give our firefighters a big round of applause. Preparedness is the key, and that's why in the newly formed City Council Public Safety Committee, Council members Bonilla, Roach, and I have been receiving critical reports from Chief Vollmer and Deputy Chief Hamrin about Hayward's readiness in the face of wildfire threats. If you don't know, Hayward has a unique advantage because we operate our own water utility, and Director Alex Amiri oversees our water utility. So let's give Director Amiri a big round of applause. In addition to owning our own water utility, we maintain 16 reservoirs with a total storage capacity of 29.4 million gallons of water. And among our 11 pump stations around town, if you live in the Hayward Hills, you can know that 7 of those 11 pumps are specifically located in the Hayward Hills, ensuring water is available wherever and whenever it is needed most. Also, you should be glad to know that Chief Vollmer also takes no chances. On high wind days, he increases staffing levels at all of our fire departments so that we are not caught off guard. For residents living in near heavy vegetation, We've implemented proactive programs to assist property owners. We conduct regular inspections, and we even have a wood chipper service. The fire department will go out and do wood chipping to eliminate any of the hazards that potentially lie close to our homes. But preparedness is a shared responsibility. The city can implement safety measures, but we need to stay engaged. I want to encourage everyone to sign up for AC Alert, download Genesis Protect app. These tools provide real-time updates from local, state, and national agencies, and the information that they provide really do make all the difference, and they can make all the difference in the event of an emergency. If you stay informed, and if we stay informed and we stay prepared, then together we can make sure all of our neighborhoods are protected. According to the 2023 American Community Survey, 42% of Hayward's population is foreign-born. 18% of Hayward's population are non-citizens. I mention this because I want to talk about what we are doing to ensure that our families and our neighborhoods are protected and they all feel included. Hayward's immigration story reflects both national and state immigration patterns. From the migration of Mexican communities post-1848 to the arrival of Chinese and Japanese immigrants in the early 1850s to Filipino immigration to the United States in the 1920s and the 1930s, each wave of immigration has shaped not only the United States, California, but also has shaped our city's history. I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge our Portuguese neighbors, whose journey to the Bay Area began in the late 1880s before settling here in Hayward. I say all of this, yes, absolutely. I say all of this because Hayward has been a gateway for immigrants from around the world. Today, our community continues to welcome neighbors from Afghanistan, India, Fiji, and many other parts of the world, including Europe and Africa. And you can see this diversity, you can see this diversity in all of our schools, colleges, and our universities here in Hayward. I share this because while we are home to families from across the globe, the Hayward City Council and our school district have a long-standing commitment to protecting and defending the rights of immigrants, regardless of individual status. I also want to recognize Chabot College and Cal State East Bay, who have worked tirelessly to ensure that all students, particularly our immigrant students, feel safe and supported. Dr. Cooks, thank you very much for continuing that leadership. Hayward is a sanctuary city, full stop. We are a sanctuary city, right? And this means two things. We have clarified the roles and responsibilities of the Hayward Police Department, particularly in interactions with federal agents. And two, we have strengthened our partnerships with organizations that educate families and to educate families about their rights while living in the United States and while living in Hayward. To be clear, no mayor, no council member can prevent federal agents from coming into Hayward. We can't stop them. They're going to come. However, when they do come, and if they do request assistance from the Hayward Police Department, we will only assist in executing violent criminal warrants. Administrative Rule 415, by the way, 415 has been in place since the 1980s, prevents Hayward Police Department from helping to carry out immigration warrants, right? To our children, and our families, and our students, Regardless of the shifting national political landscape, please know this. The city of Hayward has your back. Full stop. We will protect you. And I also, want to include, Chief Matthews and the command staff and Captain Deplich. The Hayward Police Department has really taken on a leadership position in this space, and I want to personally thank Chief Matthews, Captain Deplich, and your colleagues, your command staff. Thank you very much for stepping up and really making sure our families are safe in every neighborhood in the city of Hayward. I am proud of the work everyone is doing to make sure families have access to the resources they need that they need to live in Hayward and to live in Hayward without any fear. And so we have your back, no doubt. District elections and shared priorities. Last November marked the final at-large election in the city of Hayward. Starting now, Hayward is transitioning to district-based elections with 6 districts representing Hayward neighborhoods. This transition will take place over the next 2 election cycles. So what does this mean for Hayward voters? Starting now, you will now live in a district and you will vote for only 1 council member to represent your area. The mayor will remain elected at large, meaning every voter in Hayward will still have a say as to who holds this office. I won't be revisiting this debate tonight. I won't be relitigating this issue tonight. That decision has already been made. We've already discussed it. And yes, we all voted for it. And Mr. Lawson, even I voted for it. Right? But here's what I will say. Here's what I will say about this. And I am very proud to say this. For over 25 years, I have witnessed and I have participated in the growing diversity of the Hayward City Council. Hayward's leadership has long reflected the diversity of this city. There have been African American, Asian American, Chicano, Latino, white, and LGBTQ+ candidates stepping forward to serve. Some have won elections, some have lost elections, and trust me when I say I have seen both sides of that equation. Today, I stand here before you as the first Chicano Latino mayor of the city of Hayward. All right? And I am honored to serve alongside one of the most diverse city councils in the East Bay, right there, right? Let me be clear though, Hayward did not need districting to achieve diversity in government, right? We understood 25 years ago that in a representative democracy, diversity is not just important, it is essential. It is essential. Representation matters. And you can see that reflected in the policies, in the solutions, and leadership shaping this city today, right? And I just wanted to acknowledge, and I know he's sitting up there, he is arguably one of the OGs of election politics in the city of Hayward, and that's Paul Frumpkin up there, you guys. Let's give Paul Frumpkin a big round of applause. When I was in high school, I would walk precincts with Paul Frumpkin on school board races, on city council races, and that mayor race up there, who's sitting up there next to Dr. Ochoa. But Paul Frumkin, from a very early on, learning from him how to run campaigns and how to organize citywide campaigns, he made it very clear that we needed to represent all neighborhoods, and we needed to, when we took these positions, the responsibility that these positions came with. I'm proud to live in Hayward, and I'm proud to represent Hayward. I'm proud to represent a city that has always placed diversity at the heart of politics and government. And as we enter this new phase of representation, we will continue to build a more inclusive and more democratic and more equitable Hayward for all. I want to acknowledge the city attorney, Mr. Lawson, and also his team of attorneys. I also want to acknowledge Miriam Linz and her professional staff in the city clerk's office for getting us through this whole process. This process started and stopped within 8 months, 9 months, and they were the ones that really sort of helped us navigate through this process with the least amount of exposure to the city. So thank you very much, and for that. So in conclusion, let me leave you with this thought. Hayward is the 6th largest city in the Bay Area and the 3rd largest city in Alameda County. We are a formidable presence in both Bay Area and in Alameda County. Hayward is front and center. Other cities look to us for leadership and policy expertise, from housing to public safety to climate to partnerships. Our work really is respected in the East Bay. We have every asset necessary to build, grow, and strengthen a city where all families feel included, where health and opportunity are within reach, and where students can pursue education from preschool to graduate school, and where they can launch careers, where they can start families of their own and thrive. When I look ahead, I see a city where every neighborhood is thriving, where every family is engaged, and where every child is growing up seeing limitless possibilities. I see a future where they are as excited as I am to lead this city, our city, into the next era of prosperity. I want to thank all of you for coming tonight. Have a good evening and good night. If everyone doesn't get off, doesn't take off right away, I'll take a question or two, as long as they're easy. No, I'm kidding. I'll take a question. So if we can get, anybody might have we have a couple of mics. There's a microphone over here, and there's, okay, no questions. I'll see you guys later. No questions? Where? There's a question? Yeah, they're here.
I'd like to know about what's happening with Moss Landing lithium battery fire, because it's emitting. It's happened twice, at least in one plant, and it's putting air pollution that's going into the Central Valley. I think it's very concerning because it could compromise the food supply for the whole United States that buys from the Central Valley.
Yeah, so Moss Landing, yeah, of all the questions, you have to start with Moss Landing. Yeah, so I don't know, I don't have an update for Moss Landing right now, but what I can certainly do if, see me afterwards, and I will certainly respond to that with a much thorough answer, but yeah, so yeah, let me know, and I'd be interested in that. Yes?
Are there any plans for the 150th?
Is there any plans for 150th celebration of the city of Hayward? Well, one, Linda Renteria from Casa Sanchez Food, I'm going to appoint you to a commission, to a committee, and the committee is going to be the 150th birthday party for the city of Hayward, right here. So thank you for volunteering. Yeah, actually, but let me tell you, I will say this because over the years, and this is a sort of a much larger issue that we are trying to work through right now. The city of Hayward, everyone loves street parties, right? We love our street parties. And street parties are expensive, right? And they require a lot of resources, and they require a lot of people to pull this thing together. One of the things that we are exploring is a partnership where HARD, the city, the school district, and the chamber can all get together, and through a very substantive resource sharing effort where we can put on these downtown street parties and or other events that we need to do. The 150th year anniversary, absolutely we need to do that. There's other big events that we need to do. The Mariachi Festival needs to continue. You know, I am still amazed that the Hawaiian Festival, I don't know if any of you have been to the Hawaiian Festival in downtown. Last couple of years they've done it. The Hawaiian Festival arguably has been some of the largest attended events in the city, 10,000 plus people in downtown Hayward. So we certainly need, you know, all of us working together, sharing resources. And what it comes down to, and I don't know if HARD and even Chabot and Cal State, you know, a lot of this shared partnership is money. We need money. And so it's sharing our financial resources to lift some of these really big events. So, yeah. I'll take one more, as long as it's not a Foster City, Maria, Sadrine.
I think we all share in the fact that, you know, our unhoused population, our families are really in need. But I wanted, and you know, you talked about how we all need to come together on this issue and give grace. I know with the St. Regis Project, are there going to be opportunities for community to participate in that? Because again, one of the things, after working in the Department of Alcohol and Drugs for a number of years, you know, NIMBY is a big issue, right? But how do we as a community kind of support or challenge or come up with ideas? You know, and I'm bringing that particular project up.
Yeah.
So will there be opportunities, I guess?
Well, you know, the first step is if you haven't already enrolled, I always say go to the City of Hayward's website, scroll all the way to the bottom, and join the stack. Get our newsletters, because a lot of the incremental progress we report on the stack, and we put that out there. Secondly, you know, BACS and our Community Services Department, they continuously hold neighborhood meetings and community meetings where we continue to receive feedback. Up until now, we have held meetings and town halls at Bret Harte Middle School. We've met with neighbors. We've met with you know, parents from the school. Bret Harte Middle School, for those who don't know, in the next year or so, or in the next few years, are going to be moving to the Hayward Hills, to campus and Hayward Boulevard. So the school won't be there, you know, in the near future. So you know, could be some possibilities for some reimagining what happens there at Bret Harte. But you know, we have put, you know, the city of Hayward, along with cities up and down the East Bay, we have put, you know, plenty of resources to, you know, responding to our unhoused populations. And, you know, we've done some good work. We've made some progress. And however, it's an issue that we continue to manage and sort of make inroads. Can we solve it in the next 6 months to a year? I'm not going to say we can, but every agency. And by the way, when we work with the unhoused population, the impact isn't only on local municipal governments. Virtually every agency in the East Bay or every agency in the Bay Area is being impacted. BART, AC Transit, park districts, and local governments. And so the reason why I say, give us a little grace and give us a little patience, because I see it, all you have to do is, go to any of these social media platforms, and anytime, something happens, somebody will post a picture, and then they pound their fists on the table and they lament all of us elected officials for not doing nothing and not, letting it continue and being insensitive or all this. And that is, that's certainly not the case. Every city, every mayor, every city council member, every board member, every agency member up and down the 880 corridor and the 680 corridor, we are all responding to this issue, and we're trying to do it with a little humanity. And because, like I said, they are people, and and this is the work that is necessary. And I also know that you and especially your husband are experts in this space, and so thank you very much for leading the way in that process. So thank you. Okay, have a good night.